Hi, welcome to Bookie. Today we will unlock the book The Great Game, The Emergence of Wall Street as a World Power 1653 to 2000. When asked to name a world power, many people's first thought is the United States, and when it comes to American finance, the first name that comes to mind is Wall Street. This didn't happen overnight. There is a deep and complicated history between the rise of the USA and its largest financial market. When Wall Street first began, it was simply a dirt street in the Dutch colony of New Amsterdam. It became a huge capital market for the first time in 1860, and today it is the heart of the world economy. How did it rise from such humble beginnings to the center of the financial world? How does it affect your life today? What lessons are there to learn from the history of such a powerful institution? Whether you want to realize financial freedom, understand the laws of the market, or learn about the financial development of the United States, knowing about Wall Street is essential. Wall Street is founded on investment. All business activities on Wall Street are inextricably linked to this word. So what is investment? Investing is simply putting your money in a place where you expect it to increase in value. The most famous method of investing on Wall Street is the buying and selling of shares. You put your money into a business by buying a small part of it called a share. You are optimistic about the future of the business and hope to make a profit by having your money grow with it. Investment is a relatively safe and responsible way of handling money. However, Wall Street is more famous for a different type of investment strategy. It's dangerous, fast, can make you a millionaire or go totally broke almost overnight, and it's speculation. Speculation occurs when investors are primarily focused on short-term gains. The idea is to profit by predicting the rise or fall of a stock, buying when it rises and selling when it falls. Understanding these terms is just the tip of the iceberg when considering the full scope of Wall Street. It's easy to get lost when trying to engage with such a complex concept, but luckily Steele Gordon is here to guide us in the book we are unlocking today, The Great Game, The Emergence of Wall Street as a World Power 1653 to 2000. Gordon charts the development of the U.S. capital markets through tumultuous years of warfare, economic development and depression, and the battles between regulators and speculators. The author of this book, Steele Gordon, is an American author and economic historian. Born in New York in 1944, his two grandfathers were members of the New York Stock Exchange. Gordon received his BA in history from Vanderbilt University in 1966. He is best known for his books The Empire of Wealth, The Epic History of American Economic Power, The Business of America, Tales from the Marketplace, and this book The Great Game, The Emergence of Wall Street as a World Power 1653 to 2000. The book we are unlocking today, The Great Game, has been featured in a 2-hour special report by CNBC. Next, we will take you through the history of the U.S. capital market via the 3 stages of Wall Street's development. Part 1, The Birth and Development of Wall Street. Part 2, The Metamorphic Leap of Wall Street. Part 3, Wall Street's Year-Round Leadership. Part 1, The Birth and Development of Wall Street. The story begins with the strange case of Holland's tulip mania. Tulips entered Western Europe from Turkey in the mid-16th century and immediately captivated the attention of the Europeans. The plant was loved so much that it became a frenzy. By the early 17th century, some tulips could fetch astonishingly high prices, and in the gardens of the wealthy, certain varieties became a symbol of status and wealth. By the early 1730s, the focus on floral luxury had led to speculative mania. People were no longer just paying for the cost of cultivating and transporting tulips, nor were they satisfied with the flower's ornamental value, but rather they were treating the tulips and their bulbs as appreciating assets. It got so crazy that people began to think that tulips would indefinitely increase in price. This phenomenon later became known as the theory of the greater fool. This is the expectation that someone even more foolish than oneself will be willing to buy an already overvalued asset at a higher price. The tulip mania went on until investors began realizing that this speculation was not creating wealth. Regardless of their price, the tulips were just that, tulips. Once a couple of speculators